Hello everybody, Marguerita here, and I am thrilled to be here with you this afternoon, Australian time, if you are popping on for the United States or if you are watching the recording. Welcome, welcome, or the UK or anywhere in the world. It is lovely to have you here. Hello Vicky, Evelyn. What today is about is really giving everybody some coping mechanisms. We are in unprecedented times. We've never seen anything like this before in our history. And of course, it's causing a whole lot of stress for a whole lot of people. So what I'm going to do today is give you, I will provide for you some coping mechanisms, and I will also take you through some EFT tapping. Now, just a disclaimer, I am not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, and this is everything that I will do with you today is all what they call experimental energy techniques. So although we know from anecdotal evidence that these techniques have worked for hundreds of thousands of millions of people, because there's been no official studies done, like double-blind studies and scientific studies around it, we do know that tapping does reduce the fight or flight response. So it reduces the activity in the parietal lobes of the brain and opens up the frontal cortex. There's no scientific evidence to actually say that this really works. So you must take your own responsibility for your own emotional health and well-being during this time as I guide you through these processes. If you have any extreme sense of overwhelm, fear, anxiety, of anything, you must take it your responsibility to get professional help at this time. So, and that being said, what I'm going to do is give you some really great mechanisms, tools, and strategies to be able to reduce your levels of stress and anxiety right now, reframe a few things as a coach for you, and help you to really get into a centered space where you feel that you are back in control of the outcomes in your life. So let's just talk a little bit about that to start with. So the reason that people feel so much fear, stress, and anxiety at the moment, and it's perfectly understandable, firstly, we don't know what the hell this virus is doing. It's kind of been dropped on us so damn suddenly, overnight literally, and has totally shut the world down. So there's a lot of fear, stress, and anxiety over what the hell is going on. We have been pushed to way beyond our normal boundaries. These are uncertain times, and uncertainty creates a whole lot of emotional stress and distress for the brain. So, and we don't know how to handle that. We are wired for certainty. We are wired to, this is why we do the same thing over and over and over and over. It's because that's what we feel comfortable with. And as soon as that is taken away from us, and it's not because we chose it, it's because we've been forced into it, it obviously creates a whole lot of stress and anxiety. Now, we are moving toward a new normal. There is no doubt this will change the world as we know it for forever. We are moving toward a new normal, but at the moment, we're all on very shaky ground. So it's perfectly understandable that the automatic response for the brain is fear, stress, anxiety, overwhelm, uncertainty, and even helplessness. Because this has been forced upon us, we're feeling helpless and a sense of we've totally lost control of our lives because a lot of it has been ripped away from us. So how do we navigate this? Well, firstly, there are several things that you can do for yourself positively right now. One of the things that I want to really reiterate for you is that I always teach this, is that you are an infinitely powerful being. Infinitely powerful. You were born infinitely powerful. You came from a source of infinite power. You have the ability to create anything that you want. You are a creative being on the leading edge of reality, and you are creating moment by moment by moment. Your emotions, your feelings, your states of mind are powerful creative forces. So if you're in a state of stress, anxiety, and fear, that is a powerful creative force. You are going to create more situations to feel stress and anxiety and fear. If you are able to shift your state of mind, which you are in a moment, you can shift your state in a moment. I want you to think about times that you're feeling sad, upset, or angry, and you hear a child laughing, or you watch a dog or a cat video, or something distracts you from whatever has caused the previous state, and your state instantly shifts. Or you might be in a happy state and you get on the phone and somebody gives you bad news. All of a sudden your state shifts instantly. Now this is you being reactive and being at the mercy of the circumstances around you. However, you have all the ability in the world to take control of your own internal state. This is what people like Tony Robbins teaches, is taking control of your own internal state and being responsive, not reactive. So it's really, and it's understanding that you have the power to do that in any moment in time. So what's the story that you're telling yourself? If you're feeling stress and anxiety and overwhelm, know that that fear-based response is coming from projection. The only moment we have is the moment of now. And if you are currently sitting at your computer and you have food in the cupboard and you have water to drink and you have a roof over your head and you are relatively safe, then right here in this moment right now, you have nothing to fear, regardless of the circumstances that might take you out of the state of now. If you've lost your job and you start thinking about, oh my God, I've got no money coming in, what's going to happen to me? That is a projection. So you are literally projecting what might happen and then creating a state of fear within yourself because of what might happen. But because you're an infinitely creative and infinitely powerful and creative human being, spirit having a human experience, if you shift out of that state, then you have the power to create whatever you want from this moment forward. No matter what things look like, you have the power to create to tap into the creative, magical forces of the universe. Yes, I am a universe child. I talk about the universe a lot. I'm a woo-woo chick. But you have the ability to create whatever you want from this point forward, deciding on the choice of response that you make. So also know that when you are coming from a place of fear, that cortisol courses through your body. A stress-based response, you have cortisol powering through your body. It is scientifically proven that that robs you of your intelligence. You can lose something like 60% of your intelligence if you have cortisol, the hormone cortisol, coursing through your body. So what you want to do is calm those the nervous system down and get into a centered place that is calm, where you can think clearly, and then you can tap into your creativity, your inspiration, and your ability to really create whatever it is that you want. And I'm going to give you once I finish the tapping today, I'm actually going to give you some direct actions that you can take right here, right now, to start to create that for yourself. I also want to ask you, what if this is a blessing in disguise? What if this is perfect for humanity right now? What if this is perfect for you right now? Our most precious gift is time. That is the most precious thing that we have. If we lose money, we can get it back. Yes, I know money is essential. I'm not trivializing that. But if we lose time, we can never get that back. That is our most precious resource. And so many of us say, well, I can't do that because I don't have the time. I can't create that because I don't have the time. This is what I really want to do, but I don't have the time. Guess what you've just been given? If your business has closed down or is slowed down, if your employment has slowed down or stopped, if you are in lockdown right now, you have been given the most precious gift that you could possibly imagine: time. So what you do with that time could create an incredible new life for yourself, new direction for yourself, new prosperity for yourself. Depending on how we respond to this, we could potentially, humanity could move into incredible times of prosperity from this moment forward. So it's getting into that possibility mindset that is absolutely essential for you right here, right now. I know that the times that I take, and when I go on my walk during the day, I find that I get so many ideas because I'm not sitting at my computer going, oh my God, I've got to do this, and then I've got to do that, and then I've got to put that in place. I'm going to get in touch with that person. And I have a brain that just runs off on its own tangents, and hundreds of them all at once, it feels like, anyway. So when I give myself the time to really take time out, that's when I get the most incredible inspiration, creative ideas come to me, and then I can come back and go, right, this is what I'm going to implement right now. So what are you going to implement from this moment forward? How are you going to protect your finances from this moment forward? If your finances have become, if your finances have become disrupted because of this, then maybe this is a wake-up call to say, you know what? Having that one stream of income that I thought was really secure, I need something else. I need a backup plan. What backup plan am I going to put in place to make sure that I have, I am not at the mercy of global resources, global economic situations, global circumstances, that no matter what happens, I am okay, and my finances are okay, and my family is okay, because that's entirely possible. Okay, I'm going to get into the tapping in just a moment. So that is, and I'm glad that there are more people coming on. That is awesome. And the other thing that you can do, actually, no, I'll go through that after I've finished. I'll go through that after I've finished. But so what's going to be really, really awesome for you is that if you can type for me into the chat. So if you're not familiar with Zoom, then there's at the bottom of your screen, whether you're on your mobile device or on a computer, there is a little chat at the bottom, and you can click on that. And what I want you to do is tune in to what you're feeling right here, right now. Are you feeling stress, anxiety, overwhelm, helplessness, hopelessness? Are you feeling, what else? Fear-based response. What is it that you're feeling? And type it into the chat for me, because then I can work directly with your specific emotions and we can address those directly. So while you're doing that, I'm going to show you the EFT technique. If you've never done this tapping before, then it's really simple. Don't feel like, don't look at me going, oh my God, I've got to remember all the points that she's tapping on, because what I will do is I will be tapping through the whole process with you at the time, so you can just follow along with me. So the points are the inside of the eye. So that's just on the inside of the eyebrow. Then we have the outside of the eye. So it's just on either side of the eye. You can use your left hand, right hand, both hands, doesn't really matter. Under the eye, so on the bony ridge, just under the eye. Under the nose. Oh, what I do need to say is, if you have not washed your hands, then go and wash your hands, because we're not supposed to touch our face unless we washed our hands. Oops. Under the chin. Oh, good, Evelyn. You tapped along with my YouTube videos last night. Awesome. Okay, and I'll take these out for now. So the collarbone point, if you find the two knobby bits on your collarbone, drop down about 1 inch. Again, left or right or both, doesn't really matter. Then tap there. Okay, tap under the arm. So for the ladies, it's where the bra strap is. For the boys, it's just about 3 inches under the armpit. Then go to the top of the head, which is just, it's where the crown chakra is. And just tap in a circle around there. Cool. So, and There's also the karate chop point, which is where we often start, not all the time, but that is on the side of the hand, left or right again, doesn't matter, and you just tap there. So what is the theory behind tapping? Well, it's using acupressure points of the body. So we are one energetic organism. If you know anything about quantum science, you know that you don't really exist. You're just one big ball of energy. And they have gone into the tiniest structure that they could find, and they found empty space. Pretty much, we are all just strings of energy in this tightly packed compound, which is why we feel a sense of solidity, is because this energy is just bound so tightly together, and then the energy bounces off. A bit like, I guess, magnets, the energy kind of bounces off, and we feel this sense of solidity. But in actual fact, you are just one big ball of energy and light. You are also a ball of light energy. So what these, the Asian medicinal people for a couple of thousand years have used acupuncture to release stuck energy from these couple of thousand of energy points that are around our body. So what we do is, instead of using needles, we use some of the major meridian points, they're called, the major meridian points, and we tap on the meridian points, which also stimulates them, tunes into our energy system, and our energy system is where these blocks are created. So the blocks could be from emotional trauma, they could be from situations that we're facing right now, they could be from experiences that we've had in the past, belief systems that we have. We can actually release all of that. And how that works is we release our emotional attachment to whatever it is. So you can't change your past, but what you can is you can release your emotional attachment to it. So whatever you are feeling, whatever stress or anxiety you are feeling right now, is because you are telling yourself a story. Like I said, it's a projection about your future and potentially what might unfold. So when you release your emotional attachment, then you can get into a centered state. You are naturally your natural state is a state of peace, joy, abundance, happiness, love, freedom. That is your natural state. Anything other than that, you are responding to a story or a situation or a feeling of powerlessness about whatever's going on for you right now. So by releasing the belief systems and the emotions, you have much more access to your creativity. So I'm hoping this makes sense to everybody. So we've only got, okay, so most of the people on here are feeling relatively calm. Well, that's good to know. But what I can do is, somebody's feeling overwhelmed. That's good. So it's not good that you're feeling overwhelmed, but thank you for letting me know. I can use that. So what I'm going to do is actually now go through some of the more common emotions that people will be experiencing right now. And what I want you to do is just tap along with me, say the words that I say. Even if you don't feel like you're experiencing any of these, it's not going to hurt to tap anyway, because it really helps to calm down your emotional system, your nervous system, that's the words I'm trying to find, your central nervous system, and to really bring in some more positive emotions around that. So let's start by tapping on the karate chop point. Your feedback is always welcome. Hey, Rita. Well, that's good that you're calm. Beautiful. So let's tap on the karate chop point and repeat after me. Just follow along. Even though I'm feeling off center right now, I deeply and completely love and accept all of me. Even though I'm feeling uncertain, This situation has really rocked my world. And I'm feeling pulled off center right now. I deeply and completely love and accept who I am and how I feel right now. Even though I'm feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and anxious, I choose to honor how I feel. And I deeply and completely love and accept all of me right now. Now, tapping through the points on the face, as I said, if you need to, either go and wash your hands, or another way is to just approximate. You can actually either look like you're tapping on the points and not tap on the points, or you can even think about tapping on the points. I know that sounds completely illogical, but it does work. So start by tapping on the inside of the eye. All this overwhelm, all this stress and anxiety, all this uncertainty. I feel helpless to change what's going on. I feel like I've totally lost control of my life. This has really rocked my world. And I am feeling so unsettled right now. I'm feeling confused and uncertain. What am I going to do? Everything that I knew has changed. The world as I knew it 2 weeks ago has been turned upside down. My whole world has been turned upside down. And I really don't know what to do. The uncertainty is causing a lot of stress and anxiety. My mind is going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I don't know what I can trust anymore. I don't know if I can trust anything anymore. Everything I knew has changed. And my whole world has been turned upside down. And I just don't know what to do. I feel like a fish out of water. I've never experienced this before. None of us have ever experienced this before. What if it gets worse? What if my income doesn't come back? What if it goes on for months and months? What if I have no money coming in? What if my family gets sick? The whole world has been locked down. Oh, so much overwhelm, stress, and anxiety. I'm choosing to remain calm. I just choose to be at peace within myself. I'm choosing to find peace in the chaos. I'm choosing to be resourceful. And I'm choosing to look for the positives. Even though there don't seem to be any, every situation that looks bad does have some positive benefits. And even though it all looks like crap right now, I choose to open my mind to the possibility that there could be great blessings in this that I haven't been able to see yet. What if this is the best thing that happened to me? It sounds totally ridiculous. But I choose to be open to the possibility that there could be great blessings in this for me. I choose to know I am infinitely powerful. That there is never a problem that I cannot solve. I choose to know that I've got this. I'm tuning into my infinitely powerful self. And I know that I've got this. I'm choosing to get creative. I'm choosing to tune into my inspiration. I'm choosing to get solution focused. I'm choosing to drop the drama. My brain wants to lock onto the drama. The drama doesn't serve me. I choose to remain calm and centered. I choose to know I'm going to be okay. I choose to be at peace. I've got this. I'm stepping into my power, and I know that I've got this. I'm choosing confidence. I'm choosing courage. I'm choosing to unleash my infinitely powerful self. I know I've got this. I'm remaining calm and confident. And I know I've got this. I know there's a solution here. I just haven't found it yet. But I'm remaining open to finding the solution that I need to solve any problem that I have right now. Okay, taking a deep breath. Releasing all that old energy. Taking another deep breath. Letting go of that energy. Okay, so take a couple of minutes to allow that to integrate. And I'd love it if you could give your feedback in the chat box to let me know what's happening for you. Is there anything else coming up? Are you feeling more calm and centered? So I'll just, while that's going on for you and while that's all settling in, I'll just give you a few more tips and pointers. And know that this technique, and I will put a recording up on my page if you want to come to my page. It's, you know, my name, Marguerita Vorobioff. It's at the bottom of the screen. Don't freak out about spelling it. It's all good. Just know that I'm easy to find on Facebook. So what you need to do is just know that these points, they are simple to remember. You can always come back to this recording and just tap through the points. When you feel like you're being pulled off center, when you're feeling any negative emotion, then all you need to do is just talk about the emotion. Some people say, oh, what do I say? Talk yourself through it and talk yourself down. So as you're tapping, write down the emotions that you're experiencing. And then if you can, pinpoint the story behind the emotion. So every emotion and negative emotion that you have comes from a story or a belief that you are telling yourself, or a situation or circumstance that you have previously experienced and you feel like you're drawn back into the middle of that. So for instance, if previously you have experienced having all your finances taken away from you, then you could, and you were in a great amount of stress at that time, then you could be going back to that experience. So find out what the story is, find out what the projection is, what is the fear and why are you feeling it, or the overwhelm or the stress or the anxiety or whatever it is. I'll actually go through another tapping in just a minute over feelings around hopelessness and helplessness, because I didn't touch on that. So I'll cover that as well. So pretty much all the major bases will be covered for you. And the more you can actually pinpoint your specific story around this, the better the results with the tapping are going to get. But even just the act of tapping is going to help to reduce that stress-induced response. So you can even, this is another really good trick if you don't want to tap on your face, you can actually tap on the tips of your fingers. So just beside the nails on your fingers, you can tap with your thumb, and you can do that anywhere. If you're in a supermarket and all the toilet rolls are gone and you're feeling really freaked out because you've got no toilet paper at home, you can tap on your fingers. Imagine if all the people who are beating each other up in the supermarket right now just went around reducing their stress response doing this. We'd be a lot calmer. We'd probably be helping each other out. We'd probably be opening up packets of toilet rolls and going, here, I just got a 6-pack. Do you want a couple of rolls? Like, wouldn't that be nice? And just as an aside on that, I honestly believe that the reason people are doing stupid stuff like that right now is because they feel so out of control. It's the one thing that they feel, one way that they can feel they get back control. So what do people do? I'm out, my whole life is upside down. My world is out of control, but I can go and buy shit. So, but when they get to the supermarket and the shit that they wanted to buy isn't there, they have another freak out. So, and this is, it's so unsettling right now, and I get that. But if we can come back to feeling a sense of inner peace and calmness, and then we can pass that on to those around us. So if parents are freaked out, they're then passing that on to their kids. Not good for the kids either. So a few other things that I want to do, if there is something else that you want to tap on apart from the helplessness and hopelessness, which I will come back to, let me know in the chat. So the other things that you can do is take some sort of positive action. As I said several minutes ago, the most precious thing that you have been given right now is time. So this kind of really positive things that you can do that could totally transform your life from this point forward. I mean, if you think about the direction that you've been heading in, has it been creating what you want for your life? Has it been getting you from where you are to where you want to be as fast as you want? Or has it been taking you in a direction that you really think, you know what, if I stop and think about it, that didn't light me up. That isn't where I wanted to go. It's not necessarily what I wanted to create for myself for the next 5 years or 10 years. I've actually been really stressed out in my business, and it's not been healthy for me. It's not been healthy for my family. What do I want to create instead? You have the power to create absolutely anything you want, but you must be clear on what that is. Now, if you want to create a 6, 7, 8, whatever figure business, and you have a belief that that takes you working 14, 16, 18 hours a day, then that's what you'll create. But if you get into a headspace of, well, I still want the 6, 7, 8 figure business, but I don't want to work those long hours. I don't want to be stressed out. I don't want to have all the responsibility of all my employees. I don't want to have all of that. What can I do instead? What kind of automation and leverage can I bring into my business right now that would take a lot of the pressure off me? What other streams of income can I create from my knowledge, my expertise that I can do in my spare time, or that I can create from the foundation that I already have that's going to actually create a sense of certainty for me? Something that I know that I can rely on no matter what happens, so I'm not at the mercy of what's out there. Do you see where once you get really, really clear, that's when you can start to find solutions? You know, if you want to build a wall and you have no idea where you want to build the wall, how big you want the wall to be, or why you want to build the wall, you just want to build a wall. It's like, where do you start with that? Do you want to build a wooden wall? Do you want to build a brick wall? Do you want to build a wall of stone or mud? You know, you've got to have some sort of idea of what you want it to look like, and that's when you can just take the first step. Now, here's where this is powerful for our state of mind, is that progress is essential for us to feel like we've taken back control of our lives. So by simply getting clear on what it is that you want, you can create a vision board, a mind movie. You can write your goals out in a vision book if you want. You then then create a plan. Start to create a plan. The plan might be just the first 2 steps. That's it. Then you take those 2 steps. Your mind calms down because it's taken positive action. It's making progress towards something, and you feel like you have control back. So it shifts your state of mind instantly. Just think about those days where you've actually gotten really focused, you've taken lots of positive action, and regardless, you may not have made a quantum leap, but you just feel like you've made progress. You recorded that video. I'm talking from my online business perspective. You've recorded that video, or you've done that live, or you've put in place things to pay that bill, or whatever it might be. It brings this state of calm because it's like, oh, well, at least I've taken some sort of action. If you're sitting on the couch chewing your nails and going, oh, I just don't know what to do, so I'm not going to do anything, then you end up at the end of the day even more freaked out because you haven't made any progress. So that is something really positive you can do. Gratitude, get out a gratitude journal and write everything that you are grateful for that you have in your life right now. And you have so much to be grateful for right here, right now, regardless of whatever is going on in your life. You have so much to be grateful for. It is insane. And once you get focused on the gratitude, you can actually create so much magic from that place. Gratitude creates magic in your life. I'm going to give you some books that you can really read right here, right now, that are going to help you. What personal development books that have been wanting to read that you haven't gotten to yet, read those. What courses have you got on your computer or have you bought that you haven't gotten to that you could review? What videos on YouTube could you watch that are inspiring or could teach you something or uplifting? What else? There's just so many things that you could do to move forward in a positive manner from this point. That would be progress. You could have an opportunity right now to progress yourself 10 years in the next 2 to 3 weeks that you would not have had you stayed in your current situation. Does that make sense? So if you stayed on that wheel that you were on before, that you've now just been ripped out of, you may not have made any progress toward your goal, your real goal, what you really want, what really lights you up, your passion, your purpose, what it is you're here to do over the next 10 years. Over the next 2 weeks, you could make massive progress toward that if you have if you now have the time. So the contexts that I'm giving you may not apply to you. but find a way to make the message apply to whatever situation you have right now. Know that you've got this. Now is the time for action, and your action might be to go inside and think about what it is that I really want for my life. What do I want for my family? What do I want for my future? And go inside and tap into your infinite power and discover your infinite power right now. So one thing that I do want to leave you with is that if you have a level, just say you have a level 6 problem right now, just say you've lost your job or your business has been ground to a halt, and even if you feel that your financial worries right here, right now are at a level 7. If you bring a level 4 mindset to a level 7 problem, you're screwed, pretty much. But if you step into your power and you bring a level 9 mindset to a level 7 problem, you've got that puppy sorted, done. And it's bringing that level of confidence that you have the ability to solve any problem. It's bringing that level of mindset that will help you to overcome whatever it is that you're facing right now. You are never given a problem or challenge you cannot solve. You just aren't. So, and sometimes I get addicted. I have these little periods where I get addicted to bloody Sudoku on my phone. And I actually get to the point I have to take the damn app off my phone because I just can't leave it alone. But I'm currently back in this addiction phase of Sudoku. And I love the little dopamine hit that I get when I've actually solved the problem. But there are some times when I'm doing one of the harder problems, I sit there and I've got all these numbers everywhere and I can't find the next step to take, and it drives me nuts. I just want to scream. Yes, I'm that addicted. It's a bit sad, really. But there is a solution, and I know that the problem has a solution. I just have to use my solution-focused brain and even go through the process of elimination to try different things. You go, well, that one didn't work, so I have to go back to that point that I started that and try another solution. But I know that there is a solution to the problem. I know the problem has a solution. I just have to be with that problem long enough to allow my brain to find the solution. So treat whatever you are experiencing right now. I know it's probably a little bit more serious than a Sudoku challenge, but treat it like you have a challenge or a puzzle. You have a puzzle. Right now, whatever you're experiencing right now is a puzzle. And you just have to figure out that puzzle. But there is a solution. Be confident with that. Bring a level of confidence in your own inner being. Know that you have the ability to solve it. So I think that's pretty much all the information that I wanted to cover. So if there is nothing specific that anybody wants to go through, what I'm going to do is do a tapping on that self-helplessness and hopelessness. And even if this isn't you, it'll help a lot of other people who may be experiencing this. So we won't tap on the karate chop point. What we're going to do is go straight to the inside of the eye. I'm feeling helpless right now. I feel like I've lost control. I'm feeling confused. I just don't know what to do. I'm feeling helpless. This whole thing feels like it's out of my hands. I feel so hopeless right now because I really don't know what to do. Feeling confused and helpless. Feeling a sense of hopelessness. Feeling like this problem's too big for me to solve. Feeling overwhelmed. Feeling helpless. feeling so confused. Just don't know what to do. I wish I knew what to do right now. But I feel hopeless. I wish I knew what the solution was. But I have no freaking clue. I just feel helpless and hopeless. I'm confused and I don't know what the hell to do. Choosing to remain calm. I'm choosing confidence over chaos. Stepping into my power. I know that I've got this. I'm choosing confidence. I'm choosing to remain calm and confident. I choose to know that I've got this. I'm an intelligent human being. God, I can figure this out. I've had worse problems in the past. Actually, I've had way worse problems in the past. Somehow I found my way through. Yeah, it was messy, but I got through it. And I'll get through this. Because I'm an intelligent human being. I choose to feel calm and confident. I choose to feel relaxed and at peace. And I choose to know that I've got this. Okay, deep breath. And release it. Another deep breath. And let it out. Okay, beautiful. All right, I'll give you another few minutes if you want to reach out to me about anything in particular, if you want to work with me, if you've had something come up that you really want to work on, then let me know, and I'll spend a few minutes on that. But if not, just start to take positive action. Take the time to sit down and think, what do I really want? What do I want to create moving forward? And then what are the first 2 steps that I could do right here, right now? If it's reading that book, if it's that calling that person, if it's following up on something, whatever it is, follow the inspiration and the guidance that you are being given. Because once you lock on to what you want to create, the universe will show you the way. You don't have to know the way. The universe will actually bring you the guidance and the inspiration once you focus really, really hard, for want of better words. Once you focus through the challenge to the solution, then the universe will provide you all the guidance, all the inspiration, all the information, all the support that you need to create whatever you want from this point forward. So if you have really enjoyed this, then I want to just thank you and honor you for coming to play. If you want access to lots of free resources, I've got lots of free resources. I give loads to my community. Reach out to me. I can drop you into my free Facebook group. And where if you've got time on your hands right now, I've got tons of stuff to be able to do with you. And I want to acknowledge Paula Paula Brandt for making this a reality and sort of just stimulating the idea. You're welcome, Lisa. That's good, Brandy Lynn. Awesome. And if you want to pass this on to anybody, then please feel free to do so. I'm happy for anybody to be able to access this if it's going to help them and help us as a conscious collective. So you're very welcome. Well, if there's nothing else, I'm going to wrap it up here. You're all awesome. You're all infinitely powerful. You have this, seriously. And just know that you are fully supported by the universe, and the universe does have your back, whether you believe it or not. Okay, everyone, have a great day or night wherever you are. See you next time. Bye.